Do you want to play a game?
Hello, gents.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Yeah, map.
Yeah.
The amount of extra damage increases as you gain levels in this class, as shown in the sneak attack column on the rogue table.
Yep.
Otherwise, it'd be so OP.
Ken,
Yeah.
Yep.
I was kind of thinking about it. I feel like if you told us every roll, it would kind of make it unfair because I would know when. Like there's got to be some blind rolls because then I would know when exactly I should use it. Like if you rolled a 20, I'm going to use it. But if you rolled a 28, I'm definitely not going to use it. You know what I mean?
Hold on. We're talking about Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah, for cutting words, sorry.
Cutting words. Okay, one second. Let me take a look at it. Remind myself what we're talking about.
So it's here,
Hold
you know
on.
what? I'll paste it. I'll paste it into the chat.
I'm not going to read it on my phone. I'll read it in my book. I got it right here.
You got it.
All right. You got to be within 60 feet. After it makes its roll, before the DM determines. Yeah, all right. So just when I tell you I'm attacking you, just tell me if you're going to use it or not.
Gotcha.
All right. Where the fuck were we? Oh, yes. So, last session, you guys had a little chat with some guards. They told you where they thought the people were. You were starting to head out when some riders approached. You closed the gate on them. They turned out to be Zentarum agents. And the one who was trapped inside with you could not convince you to open the gate, and they were chased off by a marauding band of orcs who then tried to enter the city until you fought them off. And then you were left there celebrating with the Zentarum agent. Congratulations.
I totally want to tie that bitch up.
No, that's really unnecessary. She allows you to do it. As she makes, she smiled. She kind of half smiles at you, and as you do it, she's like, give me a sleight of hand roll to see how well you tie it.
Meh.
Unrelated, but my token broke. I don't know why.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I will fix it when we're not in session, but I'm just going to use a blank one for now.
Okay. Well, we're not going to be much good here in a few minutes anyways. Okay, what was your roll there on the sleight of hand?
10.
10? Okay. So she, as you tie her up, she kind of smiles at you and says, "Oh, not so tight." She gives you a little wink.
Yeah. It was a very average job.
There's a joke to be made there, but...
There's probably several jokes to be made there, let's be honest, if we're thinking hard enough.
She says, we work so well together, clearing out those orcs. I don't know why you'd feel the need to do this. Look.
I have a strange feeling... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have a strange feeling that if we had let your friends in, the situation would be doing the exact same thing in reverse. So...
But only if you were so unambitious as not to take a piece of the pie. This place is amazing. Look at how empty it is. And all we can fill it up with our own people. By our, I mean the Zents. I hope you see it our way here soon. And we'll make so much money. It's right next to Waterdeep. It'd be a great place to cooked goods and, get them in without having to pay all those hefty taxes.
Okay. Unless anyone is opposed to this plan, my current plan is to give her to the guards and then send one of the guards to go find an envoy of the Lord's Alliance and turn her over to them.
I was going to suggest taking to the guards too.
Well, we still need to find the town folk, so let's turn her over.
Oh yeah,
to
that's
the
what we were
guards,
gonna do.
and then
Give
we'll
her to
go.
the guards.
It is getting towards night now, by the way.
Well, lucky I have night vision this adventure because I didn't have it last time and wasn't doing that again.
I don't know.
Although
Yeah,
we
I
do
have
technically take a rest to level up ostensibly.
Yeah.
Word.
So, the orcs burst through our southern wall here. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of an issue is that?
A 3. It's barely enough for one medium-sized creature to get through in good order.
Okay.
It looks like the stone that broke the bridge kind of ripped one of the mounts of the bridge out, and they were able to widen that a little bit.
Got it. Caldrus is gonna make the motion kind of towards the bridge and go. With her tied up, I don't think we're gonna get her to the keep. So what's our plan?
Didn't you fix the bridge with your?
No, I couldn't fix the bridge because it cost too much.
I thought he said you could fix it not well but sketchily. And then we decided not to do that, I guess.
I think I rolled 140 or something.
Yeah, he rolled 240.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I rolled just enough to where I couldn't actually do it.
Yep.
Okay.
One time you roll high.
So we haven't had a rest, right?
No.
No, we should take one now because otherwise I will die.
Okay, let's see. The gap is roughly 20 feet. We could just look around for some boards or something.
Yeah, if you
That
guys are
could,
going to take a rest, a long rest here, before you go to bed, you could very easily cobble together something that would be not terribly sturdy, but enough to get across.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's do that then and leave her with the guards when we leave. And we'll send one of them to go get the Lord's Alliance.
Sounds good to me.
Perfect. I'm going to not have 4 hit points anymore then.
All right. You guys are in fact able to get through the night without interruptions. So go ahead and max out your abilities again.
Is it daytime?
Sorry.
So I have one of the instruments of the bards, and I think every day at dawn it replenishes its magic. So I'm asking, is it dawn?
It can be if you guys want to be, unless there's something else you want to do in the evening.
Hey, if that replenishes your jam, let's sleep through the night then.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Did I get an extra 3 hours in? Gives me 10 spells.
There's a ruined town over here. Were there any horses or anything left over?
Yes, there were 4 horses.
And there they were, 4 white horses. Sorry, I know I've made that joke before.
Let me just make sure of that. I'm pretty sure there were horses. Stable. Sorry, there's 5. Actually, there's more horses than that. There are 5 draft horses and 5 riding horses.
I think we should take 5 of the riding, or 4 of the riding horses.
You take 5. I don't know what the fuck you do with the other ones, but you're welcome to them.
Yeah, I meant 4. Also, I'm going to summon my familiar over the night because I forgot to do that yesterday.
You and your familiars.
Yeah, I like familiars.
Which of the instruments did you take?
I have the Bandor. One second, let me. The Fachlukan Bandor. I'm putting it into the chat.
Okay. So Entangle, Fairy, Fire, Shillelagh, Very good.
Yes, but it also has. I mean, if
The regular ones, yeah, the ones that come
Yeah.
with.
you're like, fuck, why did I say uncommon?
Oh, so probably reasonable for a bard.
Those bard weapons are
Okay.
awesome for bards.
I actually had a new player join with my Saturday game. There's a couple players left, and he was coming in like a level 13 because they just continued with the homebrew
Oh,
on
wow.
that. And I gave him 1 rare and 2 uncommons, and he didn't take anything to like really boost his offense. I was really impressed. I was like, "Oh, you're so proud of me."
I just want to survive.
I had taken when I played with that rogue, the Kate. I can't think of the type of the swashbuckling rogue. I took that cloak that let me change my appearance.
He took a cloak that boosts his saves, and he took the helm of language and the gloves of arrow catching.
It's pretty cool.
New players are fun. They don't know like what the optimal thing is. They just do what they think is cool.
Yeah. Well, I still do that sometimes.
Yeah,
A lot of the
it's,
time.
Me
it's
too.
both a fun way to play, but a lot of experienced players are like, this is really cool, but that +1 sword is really nice.
Yeah.
All right.
See, I used to be like more min-max when I played Dungeons and Dragons, and then I started playing Shadowrun and got super used to my characters just dying regardless. So now it's like, if he's not fun, it's not worth it. I'll just make a new one.
What is notes for your guys' campaign?
Because Shadowrun's like, oh, your hacker rolled a bad roll and like forgot to notice this like crazy defense mechanism they have. Not only did your hacker now get data bombed, you all got shot by a turret. Like, oh, fuck. But
I think that sucks.
no, shadow running is like one of the things where like if your party doesn't like pussy out often, you will die. Like it's all about like noticing when you're in way over your head and running away.
So the
Those
thing we are
are
horrible at.
important skills. I don't know, man. That Earth Temple, we got real good at running.
All right, I must have tore it out the last time, so I'm going to have to write it in again.
Yeah, after that one time where we very nearly died.
There were several times you guys really nearly died in that Earth Temple. It took you a lot longer to get through than I thought it was going to.
I mean, the one time where we were like literally running away on horses while people were like trying to hit us.
Yeah.
And we all had like
Where
10 hit points.
somebody did die, and then somebody afterwards had to be like, "Oh no, wait, because I have this thing." But like we had
Oh,
hit the point
yeah.
of, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're dead."
And your DM was benevolent and kind and let him.
He's
Do it anyway.
basically the best DM in the party.
He is. I got it. I got it. I didn't miss it. I'll remember.
I happen to DM, sir. I'm not saying that you're the only DM.
Matt, what's your character's name again?
Verabrar.
And you are the paladin, correct?
Rogue Ranger.
Rogue Ranger.
That's a multi-class. He's not gone off the beaten path.
Hunter? Hunter's character's name?
Caldrus the Paladin.
Tyler, character name?
I am Ryle the Forge Cleric.
I got my PC back. This is painful. Patrick?
Arfiel, the bard.
Very good. All right, so morning comes. You.
So I
the
guess
morning-
you still have I guess your computer's still out of commission.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
That sucks.
one. Yeah. Fortunately, my birthday's this month, so I'm just telling everybody, just whatever 20 to 50 bucks you're gonna spend, just give me in cash so I can buy a fucking new computer.
There you go.
So you guys are getting up in the morning, getting ready to head out, and getting the horses together. The final riding horse is taken by the guard that is heading towards town, out towards Waterdeep, with the prisoner in tow. She still seems kind of smug. Not entirely sure why. Probably because she's a Zentarum and they're smug. Let's see here. And you guys are welcome to head out if you like, or you can do something else if you'd like. You have directions to where you're going. I know one of you has a cartographer and Outlander abilities, so you won't have to worry about searching for it.
Yeah, I have the Ranger ability. The Never Get Lost, whatever it's called.
Yep. So do you guys head out, or do you just...
I'm going
everything
to
else
head
on-
north and gather the townspeople to return them.
All right.
We got to save the peasants.
The guard wishes you well as he heads off. And another guard comes down to close the gate behind you as you guys ride off as well.
Hooray.
All right. Just realized I don't have my Roll20 shit up on my phone, so let me pull that up real quick.
What's
So
the fuzz?
the always cops in this middle road. There's hills are to the north of the town, a couple hours ride. Actually, not even a couple hours. Just the caves you're looking. All the hills have caves in them. You're looking at, for one, about a mile or two north. You're told that the caves are dark. They're kind of damp and they're kind of narrow.
Sounds like caves.
Exactly.
This is where I wish I was a level 3 Ranger.
So you come to the base of the cave where you're told there's an entrance. The top of the cave, you know the hill because the top of it is covered in pine trees.
Copy. Well, this looks like the spot, fellows.
Yep, I would assume so.
Do we see anything other than the top of the hill?
You see what looks like an obvious opening to a cave. Right where you were told there would be one.
Can we see in the cave at all?
No, it's quite a long tunnel sloping downward. So it's a pretty deep down, so but you can't quite see the bottom. But long, dry. It's sloping, but not like steeply. You don't think you have to watch your footing in any way.
So, yeah, I've got dark vision, so I'm good.
Yeah, I think we all have dark vision.
Except
Except me.
I can cast the light cantrip on whatever you tell me to cast it on.
That's good because I don't have light. I thought I did.
you can put it on your shield if you need to.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of our shields.
Actually,
Oh,
no, I
you have a
apologize.
shield, so-
The hallway's not as long as I thought it was. You can see the cave mouth opening up below. Inside there's quite a large cave. Not quite large, but large enough. The cave mouth is about 12 feet wide. It's about 20 feet high. The cavern inside is pretty good size. You can see the shadows of stalagmites.
I'll cast light on Ryle's shield because he's the one who needs it, just in case you guys get split.
Good. I was about to say, please not me, please not me, please not me.
All right. So as we're going in, do we see any signs of struggle? Any sign of anything on the ground?
You can give me a investigation check if you like.
I got a 21 perception.
Or
on just
okay.
keeping a casual ear out, listening for the sound of an entire town's full of people stuck in a cave.
You don't hear that. What was that roll?
21 perception for Caldrus and a 16 investigation for Ryle.
Okay. So yes, the perception is there's lots of feet going both, lots of footsteps like in the dust going back and forth. And the 16 investigation, when you due to all of the, you have to get down and look closely. It doesn't all look human. You think some of it may be goblin.
Well, it certainly looks like the place.
Do you think the goblins followed him here?
Well,
Like from the tracks, does it look like the goblins came
So
in
actually,
after them?
the person with the 20 perception. Do you have dark vision?
I have dark vision, yes.
Okay. So you also see some goblins up on ledges as you peer into it, and you also see an ogre bathing in a pool of mud.
Oh, well, that completely changes my reaction to this situation.
5, 10, 15, 20. He's about 30, 35. He's 30 to 40 feet inside the pool. The pool of mud is like 40 feet inside to the left side of the cavern mouth.
Can I tell if any of them have noticed us yet?
Have you cast? Well, no. If you guys haven't gone in yet, no.
I imagine we are at the precipice, the threshold of the cave.
Right, you're kind of at the mouth, yeah.
before we go in here, I'm going to cast Aid on everyone. Just to give everybody 5 HP. Well, actually, who... It looks like I can only cast it on 3 people. Who doesn't want it?
Give it to you three. You three will be in combat more than I will.
Okay. So, Caldrus, Farabrar, and me will get 5 HP. Or max HP.
Oh, thanks a lot, Ryle. I'll remember that.
Hey, I asked, and you recommended this.
I'm just messing around.
All right, I'm going to sneak as sneakily as possible.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
I rolled a 15.
Do you think we should try to draw them out here?
I don't know if ogres have dark vision or not.
I
Make
can't
a
see the...
nature check.
Sure. Give me a nature check if you like.
I rolled an 11.
An 11? Okay. I'll tell you in a moment if they have dark vision or not. All right. So you're sneaking forward, and you are kind of paying attention. You're looking up at the goblin archers, and you pause for a moment as you hear the splashing. You're like, "Wait a second. Do ogres have dark vision?" And you kick a stone unintentionally, and you hear a shout of alarm. And we'll need to roll initiative. I even gave the goblins disadvantage on hearing you, but they rolled a 19 and an 18. And you said you rolled a 15 on yourself, right?
Yep.
I lost my pen. Well, where did my pen go? God bless it. Fuck. What did I do with my pen?
I can't take you anywhere nice.
Swear to God. Ah, found it. All right.
I'm not calling my owl Hooters.
I think it would be a hoot.
Call him Ollie McOwlface.
Call him 360 because owl.
I don't think I'm smart enough to get that joke.
I don't get it either.
Because their heads turn around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
See, I'm not smart enough.
I guess it'd be more like 180, but whatever. I got my my paladin oath going for me now, so there's that.
Nice. What'd you pick?
I'm doing Oath of the Ancients. It doesn't do anything great for you guys just yet, but it will.
Will it make me not die? Because I might need that as we go along here.
Beginning at 7th level, ancient magic lies so heavily upon you that it forms an eldritch ward. You and friendly creatures within 10 feet have resistance to damage from spells.
That sounds awesome.
I like that.
At level 18 it increases to 30 feet, but I don't see us getting 18 out of this. I'm not sure.
Probably not.
No, again, if everybody likes the characters at the end of this, we could very well continue on homebrew.
That's true.
Yeah, so I did. Like I said, if we all were happy with our characters in the last game, we very much would have. But people seem to, several people seem to want to have a chance. So
I would have no problem picking up Sai again at some point, but I haven't got to play enough at this point that I want to try other things, which is why I'm trying Paladin and trying Rogue and stuff now. Level 15, I can become immune to the drawbacks of old age and can't be aged magically, as well as if you're reduced to 0 hit points, you can choose to reduce to 1 instead.
Huh.
As long as you're not killed outright. It would be super sweet to hit a capstone one of these days, but the Oath of the Ancient capstone is pretty cool, I guess.
all right, initiatives: Matt,
I rolled a 21.
Hunter,
13.
Tyler,
I got a 22. I'm just kidding. I got a 3. My owl got a 16.
all right, Pat.
8.
All right, so we got here. We got Gerber. Oh, there we go.
Excuse me.
First up is Verabrar. So Verabrar, you hear You kick the stone, you kind of grimace to yourself as you hear cries from the ledges up above. You're about 10 feet from the opening to the cave. You're about 20 feet from your companions. The ogre is about 30 feet in front of you, wallowing in his pool.
Alrighty. I want to start to back up towards the party, and I am going to shoot the ogre with the longbow.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
21 will definitely hit.
Alright, 6 damage. I'm assuming since I kicked a rock, he does in fact know where I am.
Between the kick of the rock and the cries of alarm, yes. He is aware that somebody's there.
So does that mean I don't get sneak attack damage?
He did not get-
Yeah, and I'm just gonna back up to where the party is by the mouth of the cave.
Just decided on the cave, so you can move back. 20 feet will put you in the front rank, 25 feet will put you in the back rank.
20 feet is fine.
Very good. You hear a shout from the ogre, more in anger than in pain, you think. And there's an answering shout from further into the cavern. You hear some heavy footsteps coming up from the back a bit.
Like I said,
Owl. Tyler's your owl.
Oh, let's see. I'm going to have my owl fly up, and you said there was some noise further down.
Yeah, you saw your roguish ranger companion attempt to sneak in. Then you hear some cries of alarm. He hurried out very quickly, bow in hand.
Okay. I'm going to send the owl in and just have him look fly up near the top of the cave and look around to see if any other goblins come by.
Okay. Oh, what he sees up there? There's the ogre who just pulled himself out of the mud. He is dripping with muddy water. The muddy water, by the way, seems like bubbling from internal heat. There's a collection of stones and stalagmites in the middle, out of which another ogre has appeared, javelins in hand, a club strapped to its back. And then you see 5 goblins on ledges. The ledges are 10 feet off the ground. There's one on each side of the entrance. And there is one more on the right a little further back and 2 more on the left a little bit further back, flanking some passages. Those passages going off in multiple directions.
Okay, so it looks like there's 10 goblins and 2 ogres.
No, there's 5 goblins, one on each ledge. And 2
Oh,
ogres.
okay. All right, well, I'm going to relay that information to everyone else. That should be the owl's turn.
Okay. In that case, it is Keldris.
Okay, so I'm still at the mouth of the cave. Do the goblins up on those ledges have a clear line of sight to me where I'm standing?
There's a bit of a line of sight, but anybody who takes a shot is going to have 3/4 cover, just because there's a bit of a level gap, and they're like around corners. So if you're standing in the open in the mouth of the cave, they could get a shot at you. While you still have cover, you step off to the side, they won't have a shot at you.
And the ogres are 30 feet in?
One of them is 30 feet in, one of them is about 50 feet in.
Okay, I'm going to stand at the mouth of the cave and kind of like bang my sword off my shield and call out to the ogre. Looks like bath time's over, and I'm going to ready an action to attack if it moves into melee range, but I'm not going into the pincushion death trap of the cave.
Okay. Airville?
I'm standing abreast with Matt's character, right? Like we're the front line?
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Which one, Matt? Which one did you shoot? The
Did
one
I
in
not-
front?
did I not put Ryan
Yeah, the
in
one
there?
that was in the pool of mud. So the closer one.
I didn't hear what you said, Ken.
I'm talking to myself. I'm good.
Sam last. So
No, the goblins are last.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, they rolled a 2.
Wow.
Your dice aids is rather contagious.
Anyway, Arafel.
I'm gonna yell at the one closest to us, and just yell, "You smell like goblin." And he takes 3 damage, and he's
No save?
disadvantage. Wisdom save DC 13. Sorry, you're
No
right.
worries. Oh, and somehow the ogre managed to make his wisdom save.
I don't believe you, bastard.
I swear to God, he rolled a 20.
No, I believe you, Ken. I always say that.
You just see him go back and say, "Knob no smell goblin. Knob smell muddy." You see him kind of lift his arm and smell. Mud smell good.
Calder says,
Oh.
"Congratulations, you found someone too dumb to insult."
All right, and Ryle.
Okay. I'm going to walk up near Caldris and try and shield. Try and get between whoever would come through this. If they came to us, whoever would come through, so they couldn't get to Araphil. And we have damaged the ogre, right?
Yes.
Slightly, yes.
Okay. Is
He's
the
still about
ogre
30
with?
feet away.
Okay, but he's within 60 feet, right?
Yeah, the one I damaged is 30 feet away.
Okay. He needs to make. Or I'm going to use Toll the Dead on him. He needs to make a DC 13 Wisdom save.
Okay, nope.
All right. So it does 11 damage.
Very good.
And
Very happy.
would passing a crossbow to Caldris be a free action? That require an act or require something?
Don't worry about that.
Okay, never mind then.
All right. So then we have the goblins. The two there in the front ledges are going to take pot shots.
19 armor class.
Yeah, 19 here too.
Ryle and Ryle. Nope, neither one hits. Rest of the whole directions. Verabrar.
Yay.
Matt,
Yes.
your turn.
Oh. I thought you said one hit me now that it was my turn.
No, I said it
I was
your
waiting
turn.
for you to tell me how much damage I took. That is much better. I'm going to put away the longbow and take out my rapier.
Okay, that's not an action. You can draw. You can still draw one weapon as a free action.
Oh. In that case, I will ready an action so that when somebody rolls up, I can hit them.
Okay.
And I will tuck closer to the walls of the cave so that I can't get shot anymore.
Okay, very good. The ogre will come stomping forward. There are 3 of you. I think 2 of you have prepared actions. You can both
Yeah, I
take
thought it was
action.
going to be an action, Codris. Thanks.
I'm just talking shit, sir. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay. Verabrar and Caldris both have prepared actions. You can go ahead and take attacks as the ogre stomps up into view.
$23 for 10.
Okay, that's something to hit. And how about you for you, Verabrar? Verber.
Sorry, muted myself. 19 for 4.
Well, he's in range of me now, so you should get.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, you
sorry.
also-
19 for 10. Yep. Thank you.
I'm here for you, fam.
All right, that is a pissed off ogre. And the rogue has done the most damage to him, so he's going to take his massive club and try and smash you against the wall of the cave. Does he get one attack or two? I think he just gets one, right? Yes, just one. That's a hit. It's 2d8 plus 4.
I feel like I get hit every time, even though I have 18 AC.
He rolled an 18 plus his strength. He would have definitely hit.
Oh, yeah. No. I was saying, I could have Caldris's armor class, or Aerofails, and it would make no difference.
You take 8 damage.
8 damage.
Okay.
Alrighty. Thank you for that
Right.
bonus HP.
The second one is going to come up behind. It's going to shout something in Ogre, and it's going to throw some javelins at the one that the first one is attacking. So Matt's going to come towards you.
Okay, well, I'm
It's
tucked up
gonna-
against the cave wall, sort of, still, right? So, do I get any cover?
Not this one. Not this one's on the ledges. This is an ogre stomping up behind it on the ground. So it's at the same level as you.
Okay.
The goblins above you have cover against because they're up above and they can't really see down into the opening. But it still misses you. It's fine. Sorry.
What?
Okay.
Huh?
Owl.
I think he said owl.
Owl.
Oh, owl. The owl's going to swoop in, or going to fly down. Well, does the owl see anything else coming by?
He does not see anything else. More description of the cave. There's the entrance that you guys are coming down is in the south. There's another opening to the north. There's 2 to the right, and there's 3 to the left. There's a pool of water against the north wall.
Okay. If there's no more goblins coming by, he's going to swoop down and go to the ogre that is by our group and use stealth action.
Okay. Very good. Cap, you have advantage on his attack.
Did you say Calders?
Yes, Calders. I say Cal.
Okay, sorry. Just making sure. I do paladin longsword things.
Okay.
23 for 12.
All right. That will hit. And Airfell.
How does the ogre that they're engaged with look?
Give me a perception check.
Sorry, 1 second. Perception is not great. 10.
Okay. He's looking pretty beat up, but I mean, he's still an ogre. He's pretty big and beefy, but he's looking, he's bleeding pretty profusely.
The ogre behind him, the one back further, is he wearing armor?
With that perception check, no. It does appear to be wearing a bikini, however.
Fuck you.
Like a very disgusting hide.
I hate you.
Well, it's not my fault. It's a mated pair. It's not my fault. I didn't write the adventure. Like this. Would you rather see some big floppy ogre tits? I don't understand. What are you complaining about?
I am going to I'm sorry. You said that the goblins they're not clustered together, right? They're on different ledges.
They are on different ledges. There's 5 goblins on 5 ledges.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a pot shot at the at the ogre that they're fighting.
Okay.
15
Single hit.
for 7 damage.
All right. He does not go down, but he wobbles.
All right.
Ogre's easy to hit, hard to kill, especially at your level.
And then-
all right.
And then I'm gonna lay down.
Okay. So what you guys see is you see your spoony bard take a shot at the ogre, and then he just kind of goes over. Oh, I have the vapors, and he lays down in a cozy position on the ground. Ryle.
You okay back there?
Yeah, these goblins aren't gonna be able to hit me if I lay down. At least I heard that in a story once. I've
What's
no
that
idea
ogre
what I'm
might?
doing. This is like my 3rd fight ever.
The goblins might not, but this ogre might. But I'm going to take my my warhammer and take a swing at the ogre in front of us.
Okay.
Rolled a 16,
16 will hit.
and I
Why don't
did
you roll a
5
1?
damage. I rolled a 1.
That's how many hit points it had left. It goes down. Smash
Awesome.
its chest with your hammer. All right. Yep. Ogre goes down in a heap. You hear a cry of alarm and dismay coming from behind it. And goblins get to go. They will take some pot shots. Nope. Nope. One hit even with them. Ever. And we are back to Verabrar.
All right, I am going to prepare an action to attack the next person that comes into melee range, and then I'm going to move over to the closest bit of foliage and use Mask of the Wild to use the hide action.
This is a kind of a rocky hill side that you're on. There's not a whole lot of foliage.
Okay, I mean,
There
it's
are some like boulders.
foliage, rain, snow, mist, rocks, any natural phenomena.
Okay.
So,
Yep, rocks is good. You can hide in the rocks. Give me a stealth roll. So let me read it. Is that the player's handbook or is it a UA thing?
it's a wood elf thing from
The wood
Player's
elf.
Handbook.
Okay, 1 second. I see exactly how that reads.
Yeah, Mask of the Wild. And it says, and other natural phenomena. Foliage, heavy rain, falling snow, mist.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
other
I just
natural-
want to know if you immediately disappear or if you still need to roll a stealth check.
No, I need to take a hide roll.
Gotta take a hide action. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So gonna give me that hide roll.
And I rolled a 20.
Yeah, you'll be hidden. They're not that perceptive. Oh. Very good. Verabrar. Second ogre sees you kind of run away, but the cleric is the one that killed his mate, so he's going to charge up and he is going to try and kill Ryle, or she is rather.
Right.
Club.
So
Nope.
can I use my prepared action?
Or
Or how
is that
close?
Verabrar?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have had to step out of sight a little bit, so you're going to be a little more than.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have to take at least a step or two back, so you're going to be out of melee range.
Okay.
As an action for you.
Can
Also,
I throw a
that's
dagger at him?
it's a hide action, and you don't
It's a
have
bonus
cunning
action.
right?
I have cunning action. I'm a level 2
Oh, you
rogue.
do have cunning action. Oh, you do have cunning action.
Yeah.
So what I can let you do if you like is you can take a cunning action to hide, and then you can attack with your longbow on your turn, and get your sneak attack.
Well, there's other people adjacent to him, so I get the sneak attack of whenever anyway.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, there is now. There wasn't before.
Yeah, there is now.
So, like, on your turn before it moved, you could have...
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't have before it moved. Yeah. Exactly. You're right. I was just checking, so we're all good.
But it missed in its tears of rage and anguish, it misses the cleric. Owl's turn.
The owl's going to fly, or the owl's going to fly over to the other ogre, and he's got a feature called flyby. Would he be able to distract and then fly out of range?
Sure.
Flyby. Okay.
Trying to lose less familiars this time, is that?
Yeah, I don't want to. We got to 26 last time. I don't want to beat that record. So my owl's gonna fly over and fly right in his face, and then fly off a little bit.
Okay. Very good. Caldus.
Every time you say Cal, I think you're saying Al. I'm assuming that the other ogre was right behind the one I just killed, so it's only 10 feet forward.
Oh, no, step forward and try and smash the cleric, so it's right in front of you now.
I swing at it with my sword.
Okay.
What the fuck with all the 10 damages? 22 for 10, sir.
All right. Very good. So now we are to Arafel.
I'm going to yell at the ogre that they're fighting. Your bikini reveals too much. DC 13.
Oh, makes it again. She turns towards you and she shouts, "You should not flirt with someone who is in mourning."
Can I see that if she's wearing armor now that she's closer?
He is not.
She. Turn.
Sure.
I was muted. Sorry, that's my turn.
Ryle?
All right, Raul's gonna lift up his shield a little bit and swing again with his warhammer and miss. I rolled an 8.
Yep, he will miss even the ogres. And goblins get to go. Nope. All right. Verabrar.
Alrighty. Verabrar will step out of the shadows and attack the ogre.
Okay.
A 15 for 15.
I would like to point out that you don't have to do it, but if you want to stay hidden and use your longbow, you'd have advantage, so you have a chance to hit the crit.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay. Is it 15?
Yep.
Okay.
And then 15 damage as well.
Yeah, I was about 15 damage.
Yeah, it was 15 on both, so I just wanted to clarify.
Okay. All right. He cries out in pain as well as anguish this time. And Ogre gets to go. She's going to turn towards you for stabbing her with a rapier. And she's going to try and smack you. 9 plus...
I need to
6.
remember to use cunning action better. I should have disengaged.
You should have, but you didn't.
I didn't. You're right.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
No, I have 18 AC.
All right. Very good. So it catches you for a glancing blow, but it doesn't do any damage. Owl.
He's going to do the same thing he did last time. He's going to circle around and fly back in this ogre's face and to distract her.
Okay. Very good. Caldus, you have advantage again.
Yay.
Remember, as a paladin, you have smites, if you'd like.
Yeah, but this is like the first fight in the cave.
Could be the only fight in the cave.
Well, I would have crit failed, but advantage gives me 18
Okay. 18
for
hits.
7. Thank you,
So,
Owl.
crit fail automatically fails, but yes. 7 would have missed. 18 hits. Oh, you mean 7 damage?
Yeah, 7 damage, sorry.
All right. Let's go to Arafel.
I'm tired of not being successful at making fun of these ogres. Maybe my insults are too weak, but I'm going to turn to one of the goblins, whichever's closest to us. I don't care which, and I'll yell. My blind granny is a better shot than you. DC 13.
Okay. That does succeed.
A whopping 3 psychic damage.
All right. Amazing managed
But
not to kill a 7
disadvantage.
hit point creature. Well done. All right. And then Ryle.
All right, I'm going to turn back this ogre that's still in front of us, and I'm going to swing with my warhammer again. And I rolled a 20,
That's natural 20 or 20 total?
just a 20 total, and I rolled 6 damage.
All right.
And if it matters, I used booming blade on her.
Does not matter. I will assume that you track all your spells. and everything. Just give me final numbers.
No, it's just a thing. If she moves, she takes extra damage.
Okay, and then yes, please tell me that. But she's not going to move. And then who's up? Then it's Goblin. And Goblin will attempt to shoot. You know, so they come close to hitting first. They haven't yet. Nope. Ogre keeps rolling really well. Goblins keep rolling really shit. Kind of amazing. And then we're back to Verabra.
Alrighty, I am going to stab at the ogre lady, and I am going to miss. I rolled a 9.
Okay. That all?
No, I will, as a bonus action, disengage and back up.
Okay. Very good. As you back up, God damn it, Cat, make up your mind.
Meow.
As you back up, she will try to bash the cleric again. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits me. Please roll low.
6, 11, 15 damage.
Holy crap.
Oh, how many hit him?
1.
Oh, I can't. It's too late
Actually-
to use my thing.
Actually, is it too late to use shield?
No, shield can is a reaction.
I'm going to use shield then.
Okay.
Because I don't want to
Yep,
take 15 damage.
You got to be at 20. You got to be 21 AC. Does that get you over 21?
Yeah, it gets me 24.
Okay. Very good. It will. You will block that. A blue magical barrier will shine in front of you, and the ogre will rage and just beat on it, but she will not be able to get through.
Nice.
15 would have hurt, huh?
It's only about half my health. With aid.
All right. So next up is Owl.
The owl's going to do the same thing. He's going to fly back. He's going to circle around, fly back into the ogre's face, and distract her a little bit.
Okay. So Cal, you have advantage. It's Caldrus.
I am clicking the button. 24 for 12.
Boom. Gadoosh.
12. All right. Yeah, she's still up, but she's wobbly. Arafel?
I am then going to shoot her with my crossbow. Can I give myself bardic inspiration? I don't know if I can. I'm just going to shoot 16.
16 hits.
9. Wow. That's not, no,
9?
that's not max. Yeah, 9.
All right, that's exactly how many points you had left. You take her right in the eye.
Nice.
Wing.
All right.
That's how you kill an ogre. I proclaim.
I'll just be over here.
Yeah, the rest of you look back at the bard. You're all bloody and covered in ogre. You know, the ogre smacked you. You're covered in their blood and your blood. You look back at the bard who's laying on the ground.
You stole our kill.
Anyway,
Now I know how it feels.
Ryle, it is your turn.
All right. How far away are these ogres on the ledges?
Well, they're goblins up on the ledges.
I
They
mean,
are.
goblins.
They're 30. The first ledge is 30 feet in front of you, and 10 feet up.
Okay. I am going to start running towards the closest goblin. Which one did Arafiel hit with his attack?
There's one on the left and one on the right. He hit the one on the left.
Okay, then I'm going to use Toll the Dead on the one on the left, the one that took damage. So he needs to roll DC 13 Wisdom save.
What's the kind of save?
Wisdom save.
He does not make it.
Awesome. 11 damage.
All right, that will be enough to kill it.
Awesome. That's 2 for me.
And you said you ran up forward?
Yes, I ran forward towards, I guess, the goblin, the closest goblin that is not dead.
Okay. Very good. So you are now at the entrance of the cave. There are ledges 10 feet up. The one on the right has a goblin on it. The one on the left has a dead goblin on it. There's another ledge about 100 feet to your right with a goblin. And there's two to your left. One about 70 feet past the pool of mud, and one about 150 feet or so above some rubble.
Okay. I don't think I
All
can
right.
see the ones further out because I think I can only see about 40 feet in.
Okay. Dark vision. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision.
Don't have dark vision. Can't see
Yeah,
shit.
but I do have a
Okay.
torch.
You have a torch. Oh, you have light cast in your shield. Yeah. Okay. Very good.
But that's only
So now that you're there-
40 feet, I think.
So now you're in there, in the front with your shield full of light, radiating light like you're, as though you had a deity to empower you. And 4 goblins are going to take pot shots at you.
Okay.
One. What's your AC? 19?
19.
Plus 4 to hit. Means the 14 will not hit. Surprisingly enough. Alright, only 1 hits.
Okay.
5 damage.
All right.
Alright, Verabrar.
Verabrar.
Matt.
Yes, sorry, muted. I am going to use my cunning action to use the hide action again.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
I rolled a 22 stealth.
Okay, you'll be hidden. They can't get that high.
Great. And then I am going to approach as far as I can and shoot the other goblin near the entrance with my longbow.
Okay. So I believe when you're walking in stealth, your speed is halved, but you can still get up deep enough into the tunnel where you can get a shot at that first goblin.
My speed is not halved because of my ranger thing.
Gotcha. Okay, even better. So you can get right up to
And I rolled a 12. Awesome.
12.
12.
Is that with your bonuses and everything?
Yeah, and advantage even if you wanted to give me that. I rolled a 12 and an 8.
Yeah, well done. So yeah, you sneak up to the entrance, you pop out you surprise the goblins, you pop out and shoot up at him, and he manages to duck out of the way, and now they can all see you. Well done. And Owl.
Owl is going to fly towards the closest goblin and fly in its face. And use the help action.
Okay,
Distraction, however you want to say it.
very good. Now we got Eldris.
So I'm gonna stow my longsword, step forward, and chuck a javelin at the first goblin.
Okay.
Miss.
Okay. Goblin capers and taunts you as the javelin sails over its head.
I don't know.
Is that with advantage?
Advantage would give me a 23.
Okay, because the owl gave you advantage. So
Oh,
it's capering and taunting Verabrar, and then your javelin takes it inside. Give me damage.
oh, well, 6 damage then.
6. All right. Not dead though.
Bastard goblins.
If you had rolled any other number, you would have killed the goblin. You had to roll a 1
I know.
to not kill the goblin.
I'm sorry.
You have a plus 5 to your damage on javelins.
Well, it's a one-handed weapon, and I'm wielding no other weapons, so dueling comes into play. Which
That's just for melee. This guy, you're on melee for this guy. He's up high.
Stand by. I'll go look that up. Otherwise, subtract 2 until
Yeah,
I give
because
you an
ranged
answer.
is a different fighting style.
You people and your fighting styles.
I don't have mine yet.
I'll never get one.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Airfell.
so subtract 2.
Arfil is going to look at the goblin that he just hit with the javelin, and he's going to yell at him because I think the goblins delight in being gross. He's going to yell, "You smell like flowers." DC 13.
Okay. He looks down at you and says, "No, I don't." And he pulls the javelin out, waves it at you, and his blood starts to patter down upon him. And it turns out he does not, in fact, smell like flowers.
No, so it doesn't work.
Nope, you roll a 16. I'll tell you what, you would not expect goblins and ogres to make this
No.
wisdom saves.
No. I need to figure out how to get my DC up much higher ASAP because this is annoying.
They're all minus. It's just they keep rolling.
Yeah, I know.
One more level,
up
and
to
you
high
get
teens.
2 more. You get another point of charisma, don't you?
Yeah.
So
All right. Who's up? Ryle. Ryle's out.
All right, so can I actually see any of these goblins? Because I apparently can only see out about 40 feet from where I'm at.
Only the one that's in front of you.
Okay.
But you've seen the arrow shooting in from elsewhere.
Yeah.
And you've seen
All
it.
right.
And
I'm going to use Toll the Dead again on the
actually,
one
also,
goblin I can.
because your owl, you sent your owl, and the owl will be able to see them. So you know where they are, but you can't see them yourself.
Since Airfield did not finish off this last goblin, I'm going to use Toll the Dead on it. Needs to make a DC 13 Wisdom save.
Rolled a 14. I believe he has a -1 wisdom, right? Yes. So that does, in fact, hit. And if you give me damage, I highly doubt he's going to survive this.
6 damage.
Yeah, he did.
Awesome. And I'm going to look around, and if I can tell where another arrow came from, I'm going to start heading in that direction.
Okay. Give me. You had an arrow come from the left and from the right. You can see, because of your light, you can see the mud pool to your left. So you can skirt the mud pool, or you can follow the wall to the right. I can't hear you.
I'm thinking. And my cat just pulled off my headphones. Okay, I rolled a 1, so I'm going to go left.
All right. You head to the left, skirting the pool of bubbling mud. Let's see. Wait, actually, I forgot. These are 5-foot squares. Okay. So when you get there, you can see another goblin about 25 feet in front of you, up on another 10-foot ledge.
Okay, and that's all I can do.
All right. So the goblin's good to go. That goblin's going to try and shoot you in the face. That's a crit. And of course, he rolls like shit. It's going to be 8 damage on the crit.
Who was he attacking?
Ryle. That's the
Oh.
one that's right in front of you.
Okay.
Another one's going to shoot you. That's going to miss. And then 2 more are going to shoot at some of the people in the... Well, let's see them hit first. Both of those are going to hit. Which would be 3 he feels like shooting. That's the Bard. That was also the Bard.
Wait, can they see us? Are we within
they have
60? Yeah, but only 60 feet, right?
Goblin Dark Vision. The book acts as though they can. No, just 60 feet. However, I do believe I was mismeasuring because I was counting in 10-foot squares, not 5-foot squares. Of course, I have it. There I count. Yeah, that guy can see you just fine. Although, actually, there's only 1 attack on you because the other one's dead. I forgot. So, yeah, he can see you because he's about 50 feet away. Not
Okay.
100 feet away.
Okay.
It helps to know what the scale is. So use 7 damage. Careful.
Oh, that's me, right?
Yeah.
I'll just
All right. Verabra.
actually, no. I'm gonna use cutting words for the first time because I could use it for the damage.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll a d6. That I think I could wait until after because it would make no sense.
Hey,
If you
that's
say, all right. Sweet, a whole 2, so 5. All right.
All right. Very good. Back to the top to Verabra.
Alrighty. I am going to. There's like stalagmites and stuff, right? In the cave.
There are, but they're not. Those aren't really blocking. They're not like big, thick ones. You're able to hide behind them if you want to try and hide, but they're not like blocking your passage.
I just wanted to hide. I didn't want like anything else.
Okay.
So-
In the center of the cavern, there is a wall of stones. Those are bigger stalagmites. It looks like there's, you can't even really see through them. It looks like there's like a bit of an opening in the middle, but they're so thick that you can't see all the way through.
Okay. I will then run up to that area and use my cunning action to hide. And I rolled a 26 on stealth.
Okay. You are hidden in the stones.
And then I will once again attempt to shoot one of the goblins.
Okay. There are 2 of them to the left near the cleric. There's 1 to the right that shot you previously.
I am going to
Or
shoot
shot.
the one to the right that's by himself.
Okay.
And I rolled a 21 for 12 damage.
Take him in the throat, and he falls off the ledge. There would be a Wilhelm scream, but there can't be because you shot him in the throat.
Nice.
All right. Owl.
Okay, can Ryle see the goblin in front of him?
Goblin in front of him, yes. There's a goblin about 20 feet, 25 feet in front of him, and then 20, and then 10 feet up. The one to his north. You can
only see
kind of see the edge of the cliff, but you can't see him.
Okay. I'm going to have the owl fly to the one I can see right in front of me and distract him a bit.
Okay.
And if he has enough movement, fly back to me.
All right, where was he before? Back with the rest of the group?
He was around the other goblin that I just killed.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see you get back to you. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. And that's his turn.
All right. Very good. So next up is Caldris.
I pull out a.
There are two. You're blind.
Say what?
Your turn, Caldris.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes. There are two goblins to your left. It appears that all the ones to the right have been slain.
I pull out another javelin and chuck it at the closest one on the left.
Okay. It's going to be a disadvantage if you move in from where you are. If you move towards it.
Yeah, I'm down to move as far in as I need to.
Right, but you're, honestly, from where you're at, you would not be able to get to a spot where you wouldn't have disadvantage, but you get throw it from. You'd have to move towards it to be able to throw it, but once you move, you can throw it, but at disadvantage.
Okay, I'll try anyways.
Okay.
What's the worst that could happen, fellas? 12.
12 will not hit. Goblin continues to caper. Airfill.
I will shoot at him with my crossbow, because I'm not going to use any spell slots this entire fight. 15.
15 will hit.
7.
That's enough to kill it.
Pew.
Very good. And final goblin is Ryle. Ryle, you're up.
Okay. I'm not sure how far I can really, or I guess the goblin that is closest to me was the one that got taken out.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to start heading in the direction of the other goblin, but I won't be able to see it. So I'm just going to take my my hammer and beat on my shield a little bit and take the dodge action.
Okay. Well, as you get into range, you're not that far away, so you move about 15 feet. You can see it up on the ledge.
Okay. In that case, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use Toll the Dead on it.
All right.
And I forgot to change it to a D8.
Okay.
It's
you
a
missed
wisdom. It's a wisdom
you
DC 13.
Nope.
So he didn't. He failed it or he passed it.
He failed it.
Okay. So 7 damage.
All right. He is dead.
Awesome.
All right. End of initiative. You guys have cleared out this particular cavern. Ryle, from where you are, again, if you turn towards the wall to your left, there are 3 passages, one to your right, one right in front of you, and one to your left. Verabrar, looking towards the direction you just shot that goblin at, there are 2 right in front of you, like one kind of heading in an upward direction, one kind of heading straight into the hillside. There's also another bigger cavern, another bigger passage heading to the north.
Am I able to either climb up myself or have one of my more nimble friends climb up and retrieve my javelins?
Yes,
It's not-
I will. Oh,
Yeah, you can. Somebody can definitely climb up. It's DC 10 athletics check.
yeah.
The bard jumps up there and climbs up there. Like, I got it.
Can you grab my arrows while you're up there?
How many arrows do I find of his?
How many bolts were shot or arrows?
my arrows.
Mhm.
One. Well, onto that platform, just 2.
2.
I don't know if there's
Uh,
separate platforms, so
Give me a. Well, how many total arrows did you shoot?
4.
4. Roll me a survival check. Not a survival. Investigation check. Whoever's looking.
Investigation. 15.
15. Okay. Roll me a d4.
You probably would have wanted to come up here yourself. 3.
Okay. You get 3 arrows. 3 of the bolts back.
All right. I will hold on to them to bring them back to him. I grab the javelin and I think I shot 3 cross bolts.
Okay.
Can I look for myself as well?
Yeah. Roll a d4, and if it's a 4, re-roll it.
1.
Yeah. Crossbow back. Alrighty. You guys have a bunch of different holes you can investigate.
Any loot on these guys?
Let's see. No, it turns out goblins are not particularly wealthy.
All right. Does anybody need a rest or a heal or something similar?
I am at 16 out of 29 HP.
Do you think you need a rest?
I can get you with some lay on hands.
I think we're probably good for right now.
I'll go ahead and use lay on hands and give you 7.
All right, sounds good.
I'm going to use healing hands and give myself the maximum I can give at level 3, which is 3.
Okay.
So
Alright,
back up
I'm
to-
going to use my ranger feature, Natural Explorer, to track any creatures that have gone through the cave, so I can tell their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Okay. Well, you see the 2 ogres. They're pretty obvious. There are. Let's see. Let's see if goblins are considered medium or small. They're small. Okay. Yeah, small. So there are.
In that case, I think we should let our ranger friend take the lead.
Okay. There are at least a dozen goblins that have passed through here. Most of them heading towards the lower left. Passage. Towards the passage. Does it take time to do that, by the way?
It just says wind tracking.
Okay.
So it doesn't. Yeah. So I guess like if I see their footprints, I can follow them and also learn that information.
Right. Yeah, you'll see the footprints heading towards a lot of footprints heading towards the left. Not a lot heading towards the bottom right. There do appear to be human footprints heading towards the top right.
Okay. I will share that information.
Okay. And then to the top
suggest
left, for the top left, there are also some goblin footprints, although not as many as towards the bottom left.
Okay, I'm going to suggest the top right as the direction to travel.
Sounds like a good deal or a good idea to me.
All right.
You guys
Then
head
I
over there.
will, yeah,
Good.
I will lead the party down that path.
All right. You head across the cavern. Darkness envelops you. You see a watery pool to the left as you pass into a narrow passage. You head down a short tunnel leading to a sunken cavern that echoes with the sound of flapping wings. There's a pit in the middle of the floor, which is being naturally formed. There are some 10-foot high ledges surrounding it, with some raised alcoves kind of buried into the walls.
Okay.
Keep going on.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to sneak and scout ahead and see if I can find any evidence of creatures or humans in this cave.
Okay.
And I rolled
Give
a
me
14 for stealth.
14. All right. You manage to move slowly into it. Looking around, give me a perception check.
24.
24. So yes, as you step into it, the hole in the floor is going to be quite deep. It's deep enough you can't see the bottom of it. Up above in the alcoves, you see what look to be human figures kind of huddling in the darkness.
Do they look to be like military or more like townsfolk-esque?
They look like townsfolk, and they're looking at you in fear.
Okay. I'm going to hold up my empty hands, like a peace, like I have no weapons in my hands gesture,
Mm-hmm.
and tell them
Before-
that we just came from the town of Nightstone.
Okay. What was your perception check that you rolled?
24.
24. Okay. Before you say anything, you'll see every one of the people you look at is holding up a finger to the lips in the shushing motion.
I will not say anything. And I will shush the rest of the party.
Okay.
I didn't think I was stomping through there considering how loud I am. But I'll be near the
And I will point out where the people are in an effort to show the party.
Okay. So all you guys see the ranger shushing you and then pointing at the walls. You're not sure of what. By the way, they're about 10 feet up off the ground.
Okay. I'm going to climb up to them.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. You manage to get up there without tearing off any of the rocks or making any noise. And you're able to get into one of the caverns.
Okay, did he tell us not to make any noise?
Yeah, I shushed you
saw-
guys.
You saw him shush.
But we don't know why yet, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, neither do I. So I'm going to figure that out now. I'm going to
Roll me a
approach the
D6.
townsfolk. Roll a
There's 6
d6.
alcoves. Yep. There's 6 alcoves.
I rolled a 4.
All right.
Arafil has his hand covering the strings of his banjo. It's not to accidentally pluck one of them.
All right. Very good.
All right, I'm going to, once I'm up there, if there is anyone that appears to be the most in charge, I'm going to approach them and kind of give a shrug, and then put my ear close to their mouth.
Okay. What you're going to see, you're going to approach one of the alcoves. It's going to have a couple of guards in it, as well as 2 young human children. Not young. One seems to be a teenage girl and a preteen boy. They're huddling together as you approach.
Okay, I'm going to go to one of the guards and like whisper in his ear and asking him to explain the situation and telling him that I came from Nightstone.
Okay. He mutters a prayer of thanks to Lathander and says, we have to be quiet because if you make any noise and startle the bats, they will come out of the hole in the ground and they attack whatever they find up here that startled them.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to ask him if there's a way to get down from the alcove we're in, or if climbing is the only way.
He tells you that climbing is he tells you that the only way they found is to climb, and they're afraid of climbing down because there's goblins and ogres. They've been locked in here for a couple days now. The ogres just every now and then the ogres come and take someone away, but they don't know what else to do. They were waiting for someone to come from Nightstone. They tell you that they don't really there's no mayor or anything, but the innkeeper, a shield dwarf named Morak, is currently kind of like keeping everyone together, and they point out to him and they point him in his direction on the other side of the ledge.
Okay. I ask if the bats ever leave. Do they leave to go hunt at night, or?
They say that at night they do leave, and again, as long as you don't make any noise, they're not, they don't bother us. We're more afraid of the goblins and the ogres than the bats.
Okay. I let him know that I'm going to go explain what he told me to the party, and that we have cleared out at least some of the goblins and 2 ogres.
Okay. The children, when they hear you whisper this, seem relieved. He sends one of them off to go spread the word.
And then I'll return to the party and let them know the whole bat noise situation.
Did they tell you if there are any more people in the caves, or are they further in?
Yeah, didn't ask him that.
You saw a couple dozen people all told.
Yeah. But if we wanted to, the bats leave / aren't a bother, so we could try to escort them out. But I don't know if we want to clear the goblins out more thoroughly before we do that.
We killed the 5 we saw. Do you think there's any more here?
I let him know what my tracking told me while we were in that main chamber, that there were a bunch to the bottom left and a few more to the bottom right.
Okay, in that case, that sounds like the best course of action.
Clearing them out.
Yeah, clearing them out.
Were all of the townsfolk up there?
A number were several dozen, couple dozen.
Were you able to tell if there were any more humans further on in the cave?
I could check the tracking and footprints, ranger style, and do perception check that way.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you can give me a perception check if you like.
I rolled a 12.
Okay. Not that you can see.
Okay. I let them know that I don't see any indication of more humans deeper into the caves.
In that case, should we just escort these out now?
As long as we're very, very quiet and everybody can be very quiet, we shouldn't be, we cleared out the path directly, but we are risking attack by the rest of the goblins in the cave. But we could like guard them and tell them to run anyway. So I don't know.
Well, I think they would be safer outside than in here.
I agree. That's true.
Yeah.
So let's escort them
keep
out.
them out of here, and then we'll come back in for the rest.
Okay.
If there's any more, yeah.
Okay, let's do that. So I'll go back up to the guard I was talking to and let him know the new plan, that we're going to escort them all out of the cave, and that we had cleared and secured the town to at least some degree.
All right. When you get up to him, he'll have a dwarf dressed in what's once nice clothes. He's had a couple of days of rough living, so they're kind of rough now. He's going to shake your hand and say, "Oh, thank you. I knew Lady Namdar would send someone when the going was clear. We didn't realize the goblins had occupied this cave. Otherwise, we wouldn't have come here. I understand you've slaughtered a lot of them. Is that true?"
The direct path out is clear, and we would like to get you and the townsfolk out of harm's way, so we will be escorting you back out towards the entrance of the cave.
Give me a persuasion check.
Rolled an 18.
Okay. He'll nod and say, "Of course, my lord, of course. I'm sure that you know best. Lady Namdar would only send the best after her people." And he'll gather everybody up, and they will all slowly start making their way down the cliffs. The hale and hardy folk will help the young and the old and the wounded down. Roll me. You guys went high or low? High to be good, low to be good.
Somebody else needs to be in charge of this roll. I've had too
High
many
needs
stressful
to be
rolls
good.
recently.
High is good? Okay.
High is good.
All right. And Hunter, since you were brave enough to say, roll me a D100. If you roll a 15 or under, you make noise and the bats are alerted.
Buckle up, kids.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So I'm going to guess that that's under 15.
Yeah, it's a 3.
That's under 5.
That's pretty impressive on a D100. All right, let's see here.
That's a bad attack roll, and you rolled a D100.
What's my modifier on that roll?
I could have given
Alright,
you
so-
some bardic inspiration, but I don't think it would have helped.
They wouldn't help on that now. All right, so let's see. That's quite a lot.
Does someone know Fireball, and can they shoot it down the hole?
All right. So I kind
There's
of
a-
let's see.
There's a reason I didn't use any spells, and I think this is it.
Because we all about to die.
So there's a whole lot of screaming from the prisoners. Let's see. There are a total of 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 35, 26, 27. Plus U4 is 31. Somebody roll me 5d31, please.
I'll do it. 5D what?
31.
Verabrar, you're 27. Keldris, you're 28. Sorry, Verabrar, you're 28. Keldris, you're 29. Rao, you're 30. Arafil, you're 31.
They were all lower than that. The highest was 23.
Okay. What are the numbers? 23.
2, 17, 8, 2.
All right.
Man,
Does the
whoever
bat
system
swarm?
2 got fucked.
Okay. So a woman gets gouged pretty badly. Her face is scratched and scarred. As does a older gentleman. And then the two, I figure out, I think commoners only have a couple of hit points, right? They have 4 hit points. All right. So he is the guy's too. He's dressed in some priestly raiments, but he is quite nastily torn up. But he is able to stumble out of the chamber with the rest of them. The rest of you were reaching and trying to pull people out of the bats. As the bats descend back into the hole, you are all aware of some snarling coming from behind you. What you see is when you turn to look, there is a large goblin standing on top of a boulder with 7 snarling giant rats surrounding him and 2 beefy guards flanking him. And he is whistling towards you.
What is he again?
He is a big goblin, big fat goblin. He is. The guards are not capering like most goblins. He seems very amused, and he says, "Hark is amused with you. Hark thinks you are far too strong for Hark, but Hark has something you want." And he kind of gestures towards the huddled group of people behind you all. Hark thinks he has good deal.
What is your deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Hark says, "You leave Hark's cave? Hark leave cave later. Go north. Never see Hark again. If you do 2 things. You give ransom, 1 gold piece per village, per human." He counts out the humans behind you. And he says, 2, I need a lock.
A what?
A lock.
Like a lock with a key type thing?
Yes, lock. He makes a key like you're turning a key in a lock.
Why do you need a lock?
My lock broke. I need new lock.
What is the lock for?
For locking a chest. What else do you use locks for? He looks very confused at the other goblins, and they kind of shrug at him. You are not very bright.
I'm going to lean into our lovely Forge Cleric and be like, you can do that, right?
I can. But Arfield just got told off by a goblin.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, because I am totally down to pay the 31 gold and not lose any villagers.
Are we sure we have all of the villagers?
We have all the villagers we have right now, which is like 27 of them.
I'm going to ask: Are there any other humans or villagers?
Hark says, "No. Those are all the ones that are left."
Can I tell if he's lying?
You can give me an insight check if you like.
I'll do an
Anybody
inside
else
check
want
too.
to roll an inside check? Because I think he's telling the truth.
Well, while they're all looking at the goblin, I'm just going to look at the dwarf who's kind of been the town leader and ask for confirmation.
I rolled an 18 on insight.
Okay, so you think the goblin's telling the truth. The dwarf will nod at you. He says that, and kind of whisper that, yeah, a few of them were taken, and a few of us died on the, when we first got here in the fight. This is all that I know that's left.
All right. Yeah, I will totally pay my 31 gold and ask the Forge Cleric to make him a lock.
All right. Very good. The people don't seem terribly fond of this idea, but the dwarf trusts that you guys know what you're doing since you were hired by Lady Nandar. And he will, you can give count it out, it's 31 gold total. And it'll be the Forge Cleric making the lock. The goblin capers when he gets his lock, and he says, yes, you may go. And I will leave these caves and head north within 1 week.
All right, so we're going to take the townsfolk outside. Once we're outside and kind of a moderately safe distance away from the entrance of the cave, I'm going to try to talk to the dwarf again and be like, explain that we just wanted to get the townsfolk out of that situation, and that if they feel any threat from that goblin, we are more than willing to go eradicate the problem.
The dwarf will look at you all serious, and he's like, they slaughtered us as we were in need. They drove away a few of our friends and relatives and neighbors for who knows what cruel fate. If you wish to do away with them, I would not stand in your way.
Arafil's going to say they will sing songs for many a century about the goblin blood that is spilled this evening. I'm not very eloquent.
I just wanted to make sure the villagers were safe. Seemed like
you can get the villagers
action.
all the way. You guys can get. And it's still fairly early. It's only about a 20-30 minute hike to this cave, so you can easily get the villagers back down and then get back again.
And then turn around and...
Right.
Great.
If we're on horseback, that it still doesn't count as a short rest, right?
No, if you're walking back to town, it's still not a short rest.
Okay, so we all lose about 7 gold.
Okay.
I didn't say anything. I'm pretty sure Verabro said he was giving up 31 gold.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm kidding, man.
No, that's actually was my plan. Like, I started with a bunch of gold because I had the noble background, so it gave me a bunch extra.
Oh yeah, well then knock yourself out, Money Pants. I only have 15 gold.
I actually don't think I have any gold. I think I spent all of my gold on...
Well, now I'm out of gold, but... I also get the perk where, like, I don't have to pay for hotel rooms, I don't have to pay for, like, arrows, like...
And I can make gold. I could
Captain's
get us
style.
gold by performing, and I have a feeling that there's some gold left in that chest. So,
Yeah, I think so.
Well, let's get the people back to town, get things set up,
Yep.
have a nap ski, and then if we feel like needing to come back to this cave, we'll ride up here, knowing that they no longer have their ogre guards, and
Exterminate the crap out of them.
yeah, we can come better prepared, and Calders will mount up on his horse.
Verabrar will also mount his horse and start escorting the townsfolk back to the town.
All right.
Surprised he hasn't
Very good.
invited a lady up on the horse.
Everyone that you're escorting back seems pretty beaten down, tired, mopey.
Verabrar is a womanizer, but he's got standards.
Exactly. It's not that it'd be gross or out of line. It's just there's nobody attractive at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys go back to town. You chill out for an hour, and you guys can head on back. Let us take a quick 5-minute break, I think, and we will continue in a moment.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna pop off a quick hit die just to.
all right, you're going to get an additional D6 added onto that, and I will roll that for everybody. Whoever takes a hit die gets an additional 3 HP.
Well, I maxed out anyway. So.
Well,
Yeah, me
fuck
too.
you then. You don't get it. Everyone other than
I will
Veritar
take.
gets
I
a
will take
plus
your
2.
3 HP.
You're welcome to it. You can have it.
I
I
will
don't have
take
any
your
more.
3 HP first.
I don't have any more room for any more HPs.
Oh, I maxed out. Oh no, I didn't either. Yeah, I maxed out too. Fuck you.
I like how we chose the peaceful option, and now we're going back to slaughter all the slaughter the goblins.
Hey
Yep.
man, as like a suburb of Waterdeep, I got the family name to think about. I got like peoples to protect.
I was just concerned about the people getting out.
Oh yeah, no, that was my concern. I wanted to make sure they lived. As
Care
much
less
as it
about
would have been
goblins.
nice, yeah, as much as it would have been nice to have the guards with us in that fight, the town guards. There would have been a ton of like not guards that died. Horrible, horrible deaths.
I agree with the decision. I just think it's funny we're going back to slaughter the goblins.
They asked us to. Look at that.
I'll be right back.
Bounty Hunter is back.
Alrighty, welcome back.
Empty cans, huh?
Well, Annie.
All right, I'm back.
Alrighty. Welcome, welcome.
All right. Let me just get some stats here real quick.
What was the goblin leader's name?
Hark. Hark.
Hark, the fat goblin sings.
Yes. Well done.
The old angel sings. What does Hark sing glory to that?
All right.
That's an interesting ensemble of noises.
That was potentially me, but I don't know what noise it was. I was just sliding my computer.
That'll do her.
I love that the compendium for Roll20 works on mobile browsers. Makes life so much easier. Alright. Probably wouldn't be able to do this without having the compendium available. Alright. Do you guys head back to the cave?
It certainly
Feels
feels
like it.
Sorry, what?
I said it looks like it.
Yeah,
All right.
unless the town folk brought up anything else.
Nope, they all seem to be just heading back towards their to their particular houses. Some of them are some of the houses are smashed. You see some neighbors, making arrangements with each other. The guards take advantage of your rickshaw repairs to their bridge and head back to the castle to report.
Whether it be the mayor guy or just somebody that seems to be taking a leadership role, Caldrus is going to instruct them to keep the gate up until we get back, and he's going to warn them about the Zentarum. Don't let them into town. They're trying to take advantage of your situation. So
He will nod and accept that, and say, you'll be the only people that they let in for the hero. All right. And off you guys go. You're heading the same way you came before?
Yep. Well, no, that's a bad idea. We should go a different way.
what's our options?
My rogue senses are tingling and say that we should approach stealthily from a slightly different direction.
I follow the guy that knows more about this than I do.
Me too.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. How much time do you spend looking for another way? It's early afternoon at this point.
I mean, I am happy as a clam approaching under cover of night, so...
Well, I can't see all too well in the dark. So,
Yeah.
Are we talking about approaching the cave mouth from a different way, or are we talking about trying to find other entrances to the cave?
I was talking about approaching the cave mouth from a different way.
Okay.
Well, the cave mouth that you know of can only be approached from one direction because it's, it's in the side of a big rocky cave.
Yeah, I just meant, in case they had lookouts in the forest, I didn't want to, follow the same path through the forest. Was my concern.
I got it. Okay. So, yeah, you're able to wipe your way through. You make a bit of noise. Get a little turned around. See a beaver.
We can't
Like,
get
look, a
lost.
beaver. You don't get lost, but with the 9 survival, it takes an extra 10 minutes.
All right.
Matt gets
That's
distracted by a
You,
beaver.
yeah, you get distracted by me.
That's why I got this, so I can't botch those rolls and get lost.
Yep. All right.
But yeah.
Move yourself back to the off to the side of the entrance to the cave.
All right. I'm gonna like creep up to the mouth, like against the wall, and kind of peer in and see if they have any like lookouts or anything in that front chamber.
Yep. Give me some stealth rolls.
All right. Stealth roll is a 25,
All right. Give me perception roll.
and the perception roll is a 7.
Okay. You don't see any sentries. You do see goblins kind of hustling back and forth across the floor. Hark is kind of in the middle of the room with his rats all around him, shouting instructions.
And I don't speak goblin, so I can't understand what he's saying.
Exactly. It does appear that it looks like people. It looks like they're packing up to leave. Most of the goblins don't seem armed. It looks like most of the clan. So might have daggers on them, but it looks more like packing up. You see little baby goblins and children goblins and old goblins, and look like the whole clan mobilizing. He said he'd be gone in a week. It looks like he plans to get gone quicker than that.
All right. I will go and report that to the party and suggest that potentially we don't have to kill him. It seems like he's actually going to be true to his word.
But what's in the box?
And Verabrar has no problem killing people, but he doesn't like to kill excessively. Like, he prefers to kill as few people as possible to make the biggest effect possible. And he doesn't think killing baby and women goblins is exactly a good use of his time.
We could just maybe kill him and tell them never to come back.
Verabrar's gonna make the Kill Bill argument.
What's the
I don't know if anyone remembers that scene where the bride from Kill Bill is talking to the daughter of the ex-assassin she just killed, and it was like, yeah, when you grow up, you're gonna want to kill me. Come do it. Whereas if we just leave them alone, they could just fuck off. I'm definitely down for waiting here, and if they make any moves, just totally pin cushioning them. But I would rather not just execute a goblin clan.
I'm with you there.
I'm okay with that.
I was not too keen on coming back and killing them anyways.
Yeah. Verabrar doesn't trust goblins, but after he's just saw them kind of packing, he has more reason to. So
Until the next time. I'm just arguing as a player. My character doesn't give a shit. But till the next time they
oh yeah,
They
I totally
pillage
understand.
and kill. And
And once Verabrar gets fucked by a goblin one time, I'm sure he will feel very differently. But
Like Verabrar plans on a fucking goblin.
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, so Verabrar will go and climb up into a tree and hide, and kind of just keep watch. He'll go in, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys keep watch through the evening. Give me a ranger as you keep watching, kind of patrol around. You do find a couple other entrances to the hillside that were a little more hidden. And out of one of those holes around midnight, you see the whole clan of goblins seemingly fuck off into the darkness.
Okay, and they're not heading towards the town, are they?
No, heading east northeast.
Great, and the town's to the south, so they're going away.
Yeah, south.
Perfect.
Yep,
I will report that to the party, and then suggest that we go back to the town.
Okay.
And then we'll somewhat euphemistically tell the townkeeper that the goblins are all gone, and he will not have to worry about them any longer.
Okay. He grabs your hands. Thank you. He says, "Thank you so much for." You said you went to the innkeeper.
Yeah,
The dwarven
Okay.
guy, yeah.
the guy that
Dwarven
seems to
dude,
be in
yep.
charge, right?
He seems to be the civilian leadership, and he'll say, "Thank you, thank you." And he's like, "I got the whole story. I didn't realize Lady Nandar was gone. I did not mean to impugn upon your honor, Lord, that you would be so low as to take a contract. And I thank you for taking the time to rescue me and my people."
No offense intended or taken. We're glad that we were able to return you all safely.
All right. So he puts you up in your inn for free. He's more than happy to. It's a little beat up, but there's still rooms that are comfortable, and you're able to take a rest and be all good.
Awesome.
Caldersol asks the innkeeper if he knows. Sir, do you know why the storm, the cloud giants would have attacked town? What interest they would have in the Nightstone?
He shrugs and says, "Town legend was that the Nightstone was some sort of relic of some ancient empire. Supposedly some sort of warding or guarding stone. I'm really not sure what the, there's all sorts of different stories about it. I can't think of what in particular the Giants would have wanted with it. It's been there for as long as I can remember. My family can remember. We've been, I've stood in its shade. I've slept at the bottom of it. I've leaned against it when I've had a bit too much to drink on midsummer. Never done anything to me."
There was no precursors to the attack, right? It was completely unprompted.
Yes, he said that a giant castle floated on the clouds. Everyone came out to look. We were all very impressed, and all of a sudden, boulders started to fall from the sky. Terrifying.
I thank you for your time, sir. We're just trying to get to the bottom of what happened.
He shakes his head and says, "Who knows what goes in the mind of giants? My people have fought frost and fire giants. We've carved and we've had dealings with stone giants. I've never dealt with a cloud. I however have never dealt with a cloud giant."
Did you see which direction the castle went?
That's a good question.
We should find out what else is in that direction too.
Yeah, I'm going to suggest that we return to Waterdeep and see if there are any other legends tied to the Nightstone and any other artifacts that might be tied to those same legends. But I will say that can wait for the morning, and we'll grab a pint and ask Arafiel to sing us a song, Piano Man.
Nobody noticed which direction the castle flew off in. They were too busy, running in terror and trying not to die.
Fair enough.
Noble pursuits, both.
All right, so we're resting for the night, and I will wait until the most amount of people are in the room, so I have the largest crowd, and I will play that tune. Well, let me put it. You're not on Roll20, right, Ken?
I'm not.
Not that you really care, but you might. I'll put it in the Skype chat. It's actually really good.
Okay. Give me a performance roll.
I better not botch this, huh? Anybody have guidance? Oh, Jesus. Somebody assist me.
Hey, I'm just here to listen.
Hold on a second. What the hell is that?
I don't know anything about music.
Doesn't your bard instrument give you advantage on performance rolls?
Let's see if it does, because I don't want to tell Ken what that was.
That's a good sign. I like that sign.
I mean, it's a 19. That's not too bad, right?
Yeah, it's a 19.
You guys failed your bluff check.
And Arafil's like, oh, I was just warming up after playing a few notes because he hears that it's not good. So he's going to roll another performance check. 19.
That's a pretty sweet.
That one
19.
actually was a 19.
Yes.
Although with advantage, it had a 20, so.
All right. So it takes a little while to get everybody into it, but people hear the music and they start coming in, and the town seems to be coming back together again.
My hands were trembling.
Just flirting shamelessly.
Okay. The woman you're flirting with, she's looking at you and she's smiling, kind of. She'll be smiling a little sly smile, and she'll thank you very much for saving her and her people. She thinks, and she's so happy. She's so thankful for you that she'll forgive you for entering her home. And she'll kind of pull back the little hood or scarf that she has on, and you'll see some through her hair. And she'll tell you that her name is.
She's the one from the wizard house, isn't she?
Yeah, my name is Destiny Agonor. I'm the midwife here in town.
It is an honor and a pleasure.
I'm sure. She'll kind of smile. You guys did take her potion, right? Or did you not?
Let me check the treasure page, because I'm not.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
We have a potion
found-
from
you- what
the
you guys-
farmhouse.
you guys-
and,
Yep. Yeah, we definitely took it.
Okay. Did you take the holy symbol of Asmodeus?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
We don't have anything called that.
Okay.
Wait, I remember something about that.
Well, yeah, we
I thought I did, but apparently I don't have it written down anywhere.
not on. It's not on the treasure page.
If you don't write it down, you don't have it. So she will say, "Thank you for leaving my my holy symbol. Many folks misunderstand what following my path leads me to, but these folks here have been very satisfied with the skills I bring them. My son manages the horses. I manage the women in their times of need, and they seem to greatly respect what I can do for them." She'll place her hand on your knee and say, "Would you like to see what I can do for you?"
Oh yeah, Veribard is totally going to fall for that.
Okay, very good. You guys see Veribard disappear upstairs.
oh man.
Yeah, nothing to fall for. He's just a kinky, devil-worshipping tiefling.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Anybody else have anything they wish to do this evening?
No, nothing from
Not in
Calders.
particular.
All right.
He's kind of just considering a nice job well done on rescuing the town, and he's not going to bring it up tonight. He's going to let everyone celebrate, but tomorrow morning it'll be time to figure out, where to from here. Do we help him set the town back up? Do we head back to Waterdeep? Like, what's our agenda?
Okay. So if you're interested in something, let's see. I can handle that. The next morning when you wake up, you get everybody together. Verabrar was a little worse for wear. And as you guys start discussing, one of the guards will come up to you and say, this is a fairly simple town. The Nandars were, this is their personal holding, but they were entitled to come here from Waterdeep. The lords wanted to have the Northern Flake secure. One of their children is in school in Tribor. If you'd be good enough to bring him to alert him that he is needed, we would appreciate it. I'm sure he would reward you.
He's where? Tribor?
Tribor.
I have no interest, or I have no issues traveling up the coast to Tribor.
Okay. Well, you'll know the Tribor is not up the coast; it's up the long road.
Well, I meant north.
It's
on the Sword
it's
Coast.
actually the north. It's on the north. If you look at the map from Prince of the Apocalypse, it's on the northwest corner. A cry of alarm coming from the center of town. Shouts of giants, and they're back again. The guard will kind of slink in his seat for a moment, and then charge out to the middle of town, crying for everyone to leave immediately.
My net dipped out for a second. I came back in at cry of alarm.
Okay. You hear a cry of alarm. People start shouting that the giants have returned. And the guard will slink down in this chair for a moment in dismay, and then he leap out of the room, shouting for everyone to leave.
Calders will quickly arm up and head outside.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Give me perception checks when you guys get out there, please.
Sure.
That's always a good sign, right?
19 from Calder, sir.
Ooh, all
23
rolling
for
good.
Ryle.
20 for Arafil.
That just means it has to be me, doesn't it? 10.
Yep.
10. Nice.
All right. You all do see a tower floating on the clouds. Now, everybody except for Matt notices that this just looks like a single tower. Like everyone else described the previous castle as being like a castle, right? Big, monstrous thing. This is a giant-sized tower, but this is like a tower, and the top of it looks very strange. Instead of being like a regular, like conical tower or like a flat top, the top of it looks like a wizard's hat, like stars and sequins, and it's kind of bobbing through the air in a aloof, almost jolly sort of manner.
What the fuck?
Interesting.
Verabrar still thinks it's giants and has pulled out his bow.
Okay.
How far up is it?
It's about 1,000 feet up.
And is it
Well, it's moving towards you guys. It's about 1,000 feet up. It's on the outside of the walls. It kind of courses over the top of, and then lands down about 500 feet from the gate outside of town.
Oh, it lands.
It lands.
Let's go check this out.
Yeah, I want to go check this out.
Keep the people indoors. We're gonna go check this out.
I just ran straight over there to find out. I didn't even think about the townspeople.
I was recovering from the internet, freaking dying again for no reason, and telling the guard guy I was next to. We lost.
I'm sorry, what? Next to about 500 feet outside of town. As you exit the town and head over the drawbridge, you see that the tower isn't so much on the ground; it's actually resting on it, but appears to be a cloud. And there's a stair. There's stairs heading up to the entrance. Look to be several hundred feet up, several hundred stairs.
Interesting.
Well, I'm going to continue approaching because I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, me neither. Did we see anything on the outside of the tower?
Again, the tower is about several hundred feet up in the air. Still on top of this tower is giant size, so it is quite large. So that the windows are quite high up. Can't really see into it. The stairs, however, are human sized.
Nice.
Well, I'm going to approach cautiously, but I'm going to approach.
Okay.
Caldrus is doing the same.
As will Verabor.
Yep.
All
right.
I'll go ahead and say sword and shield are out.
Okay. So you head on up the stairs. Takes you quite a while to have to walk up. You're walking up. Let's see. It says 1,000 feet, but that's 100 stories. I don't think even you. That's quite a ways to walk. So we'll say you're still walking up 30, 40 stories, but it's quite a ways up there. Takes you quite a while. Legs are tired. Actually, everybody give me con checks.
Wow. I rolled a 4.
10.
21.
Con checks or saves?
Check.
Oh, in that case, just a 20.
Okay. So,
6.
Ryle and Arafel, you guys both midway up get some nasty leg cramps. Then you gotta stop and stretch and take some water.
Not used to this
No
much
reason.
walking.
Yeah. Verabor and Caldus, you think they're both pussies.
No, you know how it is.
All right. So you get up to the top. There is a large, giant-sized door.
It's closed.
It is closed.
Is there like a human-sized like doggy door on it?
There is not, but there is a knocker.
Well, that's the largest pair of knockers I've ever seen.
God damn it.
You knew it was coming.
I did, but I should have.
Yeah, I will knock the knocker.
Very good. As you knock on the door, and the door opens. There does
Housekeeping.
not appear to be anybody inside. Yes, that worked so well for you the last time.
That was a
You
gothic
enter-
thing.
You walk into a very large chamber, high ceiling. There seems to be another floor above. Let's see if I can get a description here. So there's an open archway. There's a loosened blue curtain that flaps in the breeze.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. But I'm
Are we
totally
trying to
walking
be
up the curtain.
Are we trying to be stealthy here?
That's a very good idea. Verabra rolled a 19 stealth to approach the curtain.
Okay. But as you enter the room, you will see there's when you enter into the room and you look up, there's what looks like a hole that goes up into the upper floors, and floating down from above is a figure, a robed giant with a hat that matches the hat on top of the building. He's
Classy.
Yep. He's got a wispy beard. His robe is purple. It billows around him as he levitates down to you and says, "Oh, hello. Oh, small folk entering. I always enjoy conversations with small folks. You're so entertaining. My name is Zephyros. Who are you?"
I speak giant, so
Okay, but he's actually speaking common.
I'm
I'm
still
surprised.
I'm gonna introduce myself in giant to him.
Okay.
Now.
Very good.
Arafil will say, we're a traveling group of performers, and wondering if you're in need of our services.
I'm gonna look back at Arafil and kind of like wondering what he's talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I want to do that as well.
you-
Very
She'll
confused.
say, "Oh, that'd be wonderful, wonderful. Performances are always appreciated." And he'll turn towards Verabrar and say, "And my friend," and Giant will say, "My friend, it is so nice to hear the ancient tongue used by so fine a creature." He'll bow to you and say, "Please, please, come in, come in." And he'll pull the curtain aside. And there's a sitting area. There's a table and some chairs and whatnot. And he will.
Are they
Pardon?
giant sized, or does he have like
Oh, yeah.
small people furniture? Okay.
No, they're giant
And
size.
when you
Each
say
of them has
giant,
like a foot.
when you say giant, do you mean like several stories
I mean-
tall or 8 feet
Several
tall?
stories. But they're big. They're big enough you have to climb into them, and they're big enough that two of you can sit in them comfortably. Each.
Okay, do you have an estimation for how tall the giant is?
How tall is a giant? That's a good question. How tall are giants? Or cloud giants? Cloud giants are among the biggest.
Yeah, they're really, really freaking tall.
I'm thinking, are we talking Jack and the Beanstalk tall, or are we talking Goliath tall?
I
No,
think
much
like
bigger than
30 feet tall.
They're big.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking Jack and the Beanstalk. Although cloud giants are kind of thin and narrow.
Okay, so we like come up to his ankles, pretty much.
Right. Yeah. He's easily 30 feet tall. And by the way, I'm just
Wait, according to this,
talking,
it says 20 feet tall.
well, it says, but the large. It's according to this. Hold on. This is from the
Well,
Monster
they're
Manual.
huge,
Actually,
so-
this is from Volos. Most giants can easily appear in a second floor window. The larger ones would have to stoop to get down to that level. This is a cloud giant. Cloud giants are among the bigger giants, taller giants. So he's pushing 30 feet. And by the way, I'm talking in regular talking tones. He's also talking like his regular talking tone, but it's much louder and like booming through this big open space.
Okay.
And he's like, "Please, please, have a seat, have a seat." He takes a seat. Doesn't seem to notice the fact that you guys are,
Yeah.
having a little bit of trouble, but you're able to pull yourselves up without too much issue. There's enough seats for each of you to have your own, or you could share a seat. It's up to you how you want to go.
Oh, we're each definitely taking a different seat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw him off his game. Galdrus will go ahead and stow sword and shield, since it seems like this isn't going to be a hostile encounter, and I'll get them back out if I need to. He's going to ask, I speak giant, but I'm going to speak common for this. Do you know why the town was attacked? The villagers say that a few days ago a cloud giant castle appeared overhead and bombarded them with boulders.
Okay. He's gonna be, what? Cloud giants attack the town? How terrible! That's terrible. And he'll kind of just being under his breath. It's like, castle, you say?
Yeah.
Yes. Terrible. He's like, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Verabrar will also switch back to common, and will be, yeah. Apparently, the only thing they took was something called the Night Stone.
And he goes, the Nightstone, the Nightstone. I suspect that was let me find them. I suspect that was Countess Sansuri. She, with the breaking of the ordning, she is seemed to try to set herself above everyone else, above the very top. Cloud giants to the top of the ordning, her atop the cloud giants.
You spell that?
Sansuri is Sansuri.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What is the ordning?
The ordning. The ordning is the ranking of the giant types set down by giant gods in eras long, long ago. For the storm giants on top, then the cloud, fire, frost, and on down. So the lesser types. Always kept us in our place, prevented anyone from trying to reach too high above this station. But recently, with the chaos in the world, our gods abandoned us, and they threw down the ordning. Many giants have seen this as a invitation to take they feel is rightfully theirs. I'm afraid I've seen such terror throughout my travels this summer throughout the coast.
Uh-huh.
How do you spell this guy's name?
Zephyros is Zephyros.
Thank you.
Good.
You seem like you don't share your brethren's desire to fight.
He smiles at you, and he says, "I am perfectly capable of fighting. I'm quite fond of you small folk, however. You're so entertaining, and typically very polite. So I enjoy having you over. We have some tea, some crumpets." He just starts rambling for a minute. His eyes kind of glass over. He shakes himself apart and says, and regardless, I do not think that the ordning should be altered in any way. Us cloud giants are already fairly high up, and besides, the storm giants keep themselves for the most part in their undersea palaces. I am not worried about them. I'm here in this town because I have an ability that my magic gives me that allows me to communicate with otherworldly beings. And they told me there'd be a group here of a half-elf. Basically, he lists off all four of the sorts of people that you are, and he says traveling together. I don't suppose you have seen such a group, would you?
Arafil kind of looks a little embarrassed because nobody knows that in the group yet that he's an Azamar.
Except for that one time that you sprouted wings.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see that though, so.
Yeah, no one knows the wings.
And me flying around for fucking a straight minute.
We all failed our perception rolls.
Caldrus was actually not like outside and watching when that happened.
I was, but
You're like, remember, Eric, who are you? What kind of being are you, Arafel?
Azamar.
Oh, goddamn it. You're the Asmar.
Yeah.
Ryle, I know is human. Caldus, what are you?
I am half elf.
Half elf. Okay, so he has after 2 half elves, a human, and an Asmar.
I'm full elf. Oh, sort of. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, goddamn. Okay. So yeah, whatever the fuck you guys are, he's asking for the 4 of you. Although he doesn't, he apparently is completely oblivious to the fact that you're right in front of him.
Well, it
I'm
sounds
just
like a
gonna
couple of
look
us,
around.
but I'm not too sure what an Asimar is.
He
You
goes,
say
"Oh,
that.
Asmar, right."
Verabrar is gonna like mimic the flapping of wings with his hands.
And yeah, Zephyros is going to go, oh yes, that's quite right. They're other planar beings, although they tend to cross over from time to time. They're quite wonderful to look at. They fly and they soar. He kind of puts his hands up in the air like a leaf soaring in the wind, quite amusing himself.
So Arafil will say, Ryle, I haven't told you all, but I'm an Azamar.
Zephyros will go, oh, that's wonderful. Are any of your do you know of any others of your kind in this area traveling with these other folk?
I haven't seen any.
Verabrar is gonna speak up and say, "I think we're these other folk."
He goes, really? He's going to lean down and look very closely at you all. He's going to reach out a very large hand and kind of flick one of the elf's ears and go, what was the name of the giant god? Anyway. Good picture. He goes, by Autumn's beard, I think you're right. Imagine meeting you here. Oh, usually when I use that spell, I just go crazy for a couple of days. But this time it turns out it was right. Amazing. Amazing what magic can do. And you see him pull a big flask out of his robe and take a drink of it. Like, yes, that'll help me focus a bit.
So this being told you
Verabrar will
to
fall
come
asleep.
find us?
That's what he's claiming. What were you saying,
He's
Matt?
telling the truth.
Verabrar will also take a drink out of his own flask.
Okay.
I rolled
Like-
a 10 insight to see if he's telling the truth about the being, but
I mean,
sure.
you're not terribly familiar with giants, and he seems to be first off, your inside roll tells you this guy has a couple of screws loose, right?
I didn't
Secondly,
need
yeah,
an insight
he
check
seems
for that.
he seems perfectly amiable and seems to be telling you the truth as far as he knows.
Did the being you contacted tell you why you need to come find us, or where are you supposed to take us?
But now, take you. I'm supposed to take you. I'm willing to take you. One place. I was on my way out to the sea, but I'll take you somewhere if you like. But I was just told that you were important for bringing the ordning back to order. Ordning back to order. I like that. That's quite good. Anyways, I was told to tell you to seek out a frost giant named Harshnag.
Do you know where he's at?
No idea. Well, not no idea. Frost giants tend to be up north. It's cold up there. They like that. But beyond that, no clue.
Caldris is gonna kind of turn and look at the group and give one of those like, I'm not actively shrugging, but what the fuck am I supposed to do with that information kind of look.
Verabrar is going to thank Zephyrus for letting us know and say it was a pleasure meeting him and that he was incredibly interesting to speak with. And if he would very kindly drop us off near Waterdeep, but not in it, as to cause a panic.
He says, I could probably do that. I'm on my way out to the Moonshay Isles, so if that's where you wish to go, I could definitely make that happen for you. Yes, I do believe that's possible.
Yep. Unless there's somewhere else that you guys have a plan to go. That's like kind of my only.
No,
That's like
the only
bread and
things that
butter.
have been offered so far was Tribor and now North. But if we're looking for this Harshnag, question mark?
Harshnag, harsh like the word harsh, Nag, Harshnag.
So I was one letter off. If we're to seek out this Harshnag, we can start by asking our contacts in Waterdeep and not only get information there, but secure transport if we need to go north to find him.
That was my thinking as well. So
That was in character since I don't have a fancy character voice.
All right. Yep. Zephyros will nod like, yeah, I could. Waterdeep, yes, Waterdeep. Yes.
So
there you go.
Just
Arafil's-
remember not to get us too close to the walls, sir.
Arafil's gonna mumble something unintelligible, and then he'll say, "I'm not too keen on going back to Waterdeep, but if we must, I'll have to use a disguise."
Is there something you need to tell us?
I may have pissed off a noble or two there.
Well,
Verabrar will smile and clap Arafil on the back and say, "Join the club, buddy."
Zephyros will be kind of muttering to himself, like, yes, I think, there's in the north there is a town called Bryn Shander. It's not much of a city, but the biggest of the small towns up there. But there's usually, I know that lots of barbarians that like truck up there. Yes, barbarian.
What?
are you saying we should ask around for Harshnag and Bryn Shander?
Well, where's Bryn Shander? Oh, yes, I've been to Bryn Shander.
Can I make like a history roll or just a general? What do I know about Bryn Shander as a native of the Sword Coast?
Yep, absolutely. Give me a history check.
Stand back, guys. I'm attempting science.
Oh,
That went well.
Hey, I stopped playing the smart character. I don't know what you guys want from me.
Well, let me see if I can do any better than that.
Hey,
Look at that. I rolled a 19. Do I know anything about this place?
You do. Out of curiosity, what did you roll, Arabelle?
No,
Not
it was,
Arabelle, Caldra.
yep.
6?
6.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was gonna drink.
Caldra don't know shit, but that was Arabelle that rolled the second time?
Ryle.
Wow.
Ryle. Okay. All right. So Ryle, Bryn Shander is up in the north. There is a collection of small trading towns called 10 towns. Some of them kind of focus more on fishing. Some of them focus more on furs. But they're all kind of within a couple of days of each other. They kind of come together for common defense. But they're all several days north of Neverwinter. All around them is the barren waste. Lots of barbarians. There's dragons up in the spine of the world. Supposedly they're giants. But you don't know any more than that necessarily.
It's a
Remember, you were asked to go to Tribor. You were also asked to go to Tribor by the guard.
Yeah, it's a couple podunk towns up north. Not really sure what's up there. Where do we know? What do we know about Tribor? Do we know where? Is it Tribor on the way? Out of the way?
Tribor from Waterdeep. Tribor is several days north from. Like you're about 2 days north of Waterdeep as you are. By road, Tribor would be another, not quite a week up, 3 or 4 days. Zephyros thinks he can get you there in about a week.
How long?
But if we were going into like a line, we could go
What?
Tribor, Neverwinter, Brishnag, or this other place. Enchanter.
Just trying to look up. I mean, yeah, if he's willing to take us, we could head mostly north to Tribor and then kind of cut northwest-ish out toward 10 Towns.
Yes, Tribor's on the way towards 10 Towns. Waterdeep is south. Everything else is north for you guys. Yeah. You have an idea.
Well, we don't have to go to Waterdeep. We mentioned Waterdeep because that would get us to the closest town, but that was before he mentioned this whole madness.
Well, I mentioned Tribor before anything.
Oh yeah, but
Zephyros doesn't really remember mentioning 10 Towns. He's not entirely sure who you guys are anymore.
awesome.
Who's closest to me?
Sure, I'll do it.
Are we sure we should be trusting this guy?
I think the magic might have addled his mind a little bit.
If any of you had any sort of arcane ability, I'd have you make a Arcana check. I guess Cleric can make an Arcana check.
I have a little bit of Arcana rolling through my guitar.
Anybody who gets Arcana can roll. Who's proficient in Arcana can give me an Arcana check.
I'm proficient in. Yeah, right.
No, I'm not proficient in.
Well, you're a bard. You're close enough. But I rolled a
Anybody-
17.
Okay. So you know that spells that allow you to contact other planes and put you in contact with extraplanar creatures, they have a possibility, even a tendency to go wrong, and they kind of make your brain go to mush. You think this guy might have gotten a little too contact happy, and has muddled his senses a little bit. You think it's perfectly pleasant.
Okay, I'm going to relay that information to Caldris since he's right beside me.
Caldris is going to kind of nod, and I'm going to re-engage on the conversation and see if I can get more of a clear answer, as futile as that might be. And so I'm going to say,
Okay.
Zephyros, so this being told you that we need to find Harshnag, and he's up north.
Well, I was told that you are important for restoring the ordning and bringing order back to the giants. And I was told that Harshnag would be important, would be an important contact for you. But I don't know why. I don't know if you need him. I don't know if you will fail if you don't have him. I don't know what the name of my cat is. Do I have a cat? I don't see a cat. Regardless, I will take you somewhere you wish to go on my way to the Isles.
I'm going to start looking around for a giant cat. Because
Perception
we're
check?
probably the size of mice to the giant cat.
Yep, perception check.
Alright, I rolled a 15.
You don't see a cat. However, there is a. You do see. Out the window, you don't see a cat, but you do see a griffin circling above the top of the tower briefly, and it seems to fly into the top of the tower. You see it out one of the windows.
I think he means bird.
Well, griffins are like half eagle, half lion.
Yeah.
Well, Caldris is going to kind of address the group. Do we want to follow up on this? Do we want to seek out this Harshnag? And if so, do we want to head north, or is there things that we should do before we head north?
Well, my plans fell through when Nightstone is, well, in the state of repair it's in. And I guess I can make some money trying to repair Nightstone, but other than that, I don't really have anything I needed to do here.
Yeah, I was on board with our mission here in Nightstone, but I had no plans further. So, failing that, I was simply going to head back to Waterdeep. But
Yeah, because Waterdeep is what, like, due west of where we are?
southwestish, I think.
Oh.
But kinda, yeah.
On this
Sorry,
map, it
what
looks like.
was the question?
So I was just trying to see if this map was accurate, because it says that Waterdeep is, like, basically due west of Nightstone.
Hold on a second. I thought it was a bit north. Let me check my map.
I mean, it's like a touch north of Nightstone, but not anything. And it's also where we would meet the Long Road. So if we wanted to get dropped off at Waterdeep, that would be like the start of our. Or we could try to get him to fly all the way north, but that's kind of out of his way.
Yes, but he might not know that.
Yeah, that was the second thought. It would be an interesting persuasion roll, at least.
I could give that a
Okay.
roll.
Yeah, Waterdeep is west, slightly northwest.
I was
okay.
thinking of the wrong towns, so you are correct. with
Also, I would appreciate if you guys didn't look at big maps like that.
that.
I know you have the finger, but where all the cities are and everything, there's a lot, especially the big map that's in here. There's a lot of stuff that's supposed to be hidden.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was.
I will then close the map you sent us the other week.
I was looking at the high-res Sword Coast map, which doesn't have the tiny towns on it, and trying to remember which forest Nightstone was next to.
Gotcha. If you look at Waterdeep, Nightstone is next to the Ardeep Forest. So south of the river, slightly inland. Just a little more than halfway north, a little more than halfway, a little north of halfway from Daggerford.
Copy.
So if we're going to try to get him to take us a bit more north, then should I ask him? I could probably persuade him, or try to.
Is everyone in and
Or
out
do we
of
want to get him to
character?
drop us off at sort of as fast as possible, because this dude seems nuts.
He does seem crazy, but my character is also a cleric, so he's used to other planar beings telling them to do stuff. So,
Yeah, Verabard just thinks he's vaguely nuts. And by vaguely, he means extremely.
Well, do we want to get dropped off in Tribor and do the and tell the Nandar's son about stuff, or do we want to just try to hire a messenger or something at some point to go do that for us and take the fast route to either Neverwinter, Luskan, or all the way to 10 Towns if he'll go that far?
let's go to Tribor. We may get some kind of reward or something from whoever we were supposed to go see in Tribor.
Sounds good.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with Tribor. Plus, it's our old stomping grounds, guys.
Yeah, I find it hilarious that we're heading right towards where I left. Like, I put Gothic.
Yep.
He's like on a mountain range, like right towards where we're heading.
Well, a little further north.
Well, we're
we're
going
about to
further
head
north
north,
than
yeah.
Gothic. Yeah.
All right, so
All right, very good.
Caldress will speak up
So-
and just be blunt and asking, hey, we need to go to Tribor to carry out this mission. So can you take us to the town of Tribor?
He looks up at a start. He was kind of muttering to himself against Tribor. Tribor. Yes, I know Tribor. Yes. I get to Tribor. I'll be happy to take you to Tribor. That's with 3 boars, right? Yes.
Yeah, all 3 of the boars.
Wonderful. Yes, absolutely. Tribor sounds great. Please,
It's
come make yourselves at home.
it's on the long road.
I guess it's very long. In my giant towns, the road is long. He points you towards. There's plenty of spots here, big enough for humans to rest. He's like, please make yourselves at home here. Lower levels, higher levels are a little dangerous for small folk like yourselves. They keep down here, and I will get us to Tribor. Yes. All right, and he will kind of cackle to himself and head up the stairs. Is there anything you guys wish to do before he sets off?
I got nothing.
Yes. Verabrar will quickly write a summation of what we're doing, as in, hey, we're leaving. This dude's actually fairly chill, and he won't destroy your town. And then he will tie it to an arrow and try to hit the cross bridge with it, so that the townspeople aren't totally McFucked and think we got abducted by a giant.
I totally didn't think about that. So good on you, guy.
Yeah, good on you.
Okay, give me an attack roll. Basically, what we're going to do here, if you roll, first off, you are several hundred feet up. So, no, it's not going to work. It's not going to work very well.
Well, longbow's range is 150, 600.
600? Okay. Well, 600 feet, sure. Okay. Give me an attack roll. Basically, roll a 10 or higher. It sticks in the bridge. If it's less than 10,
yeah.
With
disadvantage, I got a 12.
Okay.
I was going to give you guidance too.
If you rolled a 1, I was going to have you shoot one of the townfolk.
That was very sad.
Message for you, sir.
That's what I was thinking.
That was my text message ringtone for years.
Mine too.
Even better was when I had my mom be, "Witch, she's a witch, burn her, burn the witch." She was not amused when she discovered that. So yes, you shoot the arrow down there. You see one of the guards screw you over, pick it up. He picks up to try and read it, turns it up upside down, does it the other way. Call somebody else over who can read. They read it. And they'll look up at you and wave and give you a big thumbs up. And they seem to understand.
Awesome.
All right. Very good. And you guys will take off into the sky. You guys are leveled up to 4. And we'll leave it there for the night.
All
as
right.
you fly away in the crazy cloud giant's loading
Sweet.
tower.
I feel like that was an eventful session.
Yes.
I have been looking forward to getting to play this giant for weeks.
Oh, you're doing a great job, by the way.
So entertained.
All 3 pigs.
Yeah, so are we going to meet this character again?
You don't know that. But, yep, very good. We will continue on next week as you guys approach Tribor.
That guy is my favorite. He's fantastic.
All right. Well, that was fun.
He sounds a lot more fun than the other cloud giant we learned about. Countess, whatever her name was.
Oh,
I'm gonna have fun with
Sam,
I'm
sorry.
gonna have fun.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, they've done a great job of giving all these giants personalities. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with all these fucking giants. They're much more fun than the cult leaders.
Nice.
The cult leaders, honestly, for crazy cult leaders, all the cult leaders were very much one was aloof. The Earth cult leader was just kind of a dick. The Fire cult leader was the only one that was any fun whatsoever. They never gave flesh them out. All the giants have personalities in this. It's great.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
All right. Very good, guys. I will talk to you all next week. I'm sure we'll chat throughout the week as well.
All right.
Later.
Fantastic. See you guys.
Thanks,
See ya.
Ken. Thanks, guys.